The Polar Express can't math. Let me explain. How many train cars are there on the Polar Express? That is what we're going to exploit today. You see, I have a problem in which whenever there are continuity errors in movies and shows that are linked to numerical values, I can't help but talk about it. I'm like whenever a beaver sees flowing water and goes absolutely fucking not, I have to do something about this. And Polar Express is unfortunately my next victim in terms of my can't math series, as the amount of train cars is consistently inconsistent throughout the movie, as it can go from like 5 cars to 20. Within seconds. So come along as we ruin yet another childhood favorite, everyone's favorite Christmas horror movie, The Polar Express. And yes, it is a horror movie. It's got Uncanny Valley all over it, and some of the ghost scenes are creepy as fuck. That said, it still is the very best movie to watch on Christmas Eve, and I'm not going to debate it. Anyway, on with the roasting. By the fire. So the movie starts off with our main character, Boy, aka young Tom Hanks, whose story is being narrated by older Tom Hanks. Also, his dad is Tom Hanks. A lot of Tom Hanks. Fun fact, some of the motion capture was also done by our boy Josh Hutcherson, our good old Five Nights at Hunger Games man. Anyway, so this boy, as he's literally referred to, is starting to lose faith in Christmas, showing way too much research he's doing to prove its existence or non-existence. I just know my man's gonna grow up to believe the earth is flat and the moon landing is fake, which, who's to say? Me, the earth is round. Anyway, he has a Ford hubcap in his room. Because why not? He also has a robe with a broken pocket. I'm sure that won't come up later. Then Tom Hanks says this.
Sound like a light. An express train wouldn't wake him up now.
Well, would you look at that? So now we see the Polar Express for the first time, and we can finally start our train car conspiracy. To start off, we have 5 passenger cars here, and that's all I'm going to focus on for this video. There will always be the coal car and the main front car thing. I don't know train terminology, all right? Bear with me. The caboose? No, that's the back. I don't know. Whatever. But the 2 main takeaways is this. There are 5 passenger train cars, and the Polar Express logo is on the second to last one, the 4th car. Keep that in mind. Anyway, young Tom Hanks talks to another Tom Hanks about getting on this random train or not, which he inevitably does. He's like, you guys deciding on if you should like this video or not. I know you're gonna hesitate, but I hope you'll eventually decide to do so. Anyway, in the car, he sees a bunch of children singing the Polar Express song, which makes no sense since these should all be their first times on this train as well. Is the train not for people like Boy, who is starting to lose faith in Christmas, and this is their crucial year for that? Why are all the kids so happy and in the spirit of Christmas? Anyway, strange girl stares at him way too long. This kid looks like he's seen some shit, and then we meet Nerd Guy.
Hey you, do you know what kind of train this is?
You know, growing up I always thought I looked like the main boy. I mean, the resemblance was striking. But now I realize I act more like the nerdy kid, and now I don't know what to do with my life. Anyway, then we get the ticket punch scene, in which I am not going to go in depth here or frame by frame, but let me just say there are way too many hole punched pieces of that ticket compared to how many holes he actually punched. There you have it, the Polar Express can't math. Thank you for watching, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, then this scene happens.
Purple Shimer!
Alright, my boy's just a hater for real. Why was he so visibly upset at the fact that the mechanical Santa sitting in front of the window in like a Macy's wasn't the real Santa? Like, my dude, what were you expecting? Then we meet Broke Boy, who can't run for shit, only to see him go to the back car. This is another little inconsistency thing. You can clearly tell that the back car is darker and moodier, but from the outside, it looks like any other train car. Basically, the lighting is a lie. But then we get the badass hot chocolate scene. I don't care if those tables came out of thin air, this scene is too cool, or hot, to make fun of. But Strange Girl goes to give hot chocolate to the broke ass boy. Main boy then hits her with the John Cena line.
Are you sure?
Then there's this whole dumbass scene with the boy trying to give her ticket that she left behind, even though that she'll be back in what, like 2 minutes? Like, just leave it there, you fucking dumbass. Keep your nose out of other people's business. Anyway, the ticket gets lost, and we get the first real instance of the train car math being just so inherently wrong. Just remember before you watch this, the movie started with 5 train cars. Like, wait a minute. So we started with 5, but here we see what, like 19? Where did all these cars come from? That said, the animation flex here with the wolves and the eagle is cool as fuck. I'll give credit where credit is due. Anyway, the whole ticket fiasco continues. Tom Hanks has a great line.
These tickets are not transportable. unbearable.
Then the boy chases Tom Hanks and the girl going over the train cars, which I don't know for sure why that was the easiest way to get to the driver's seat, or whatever the seat is called. But it just seems incredibly unsafe. But when doing so, we're back to 5 train cars. That's cool, I guess. This is also where we see yet again how the lights of the last car are the same as the others, even though that train car is just simply darker inside. Then we meet scary Tom Hanks' ghost man. That's a whole scene.
I'm looking for a girl.
Hey, we all!
Boy crashes out like my viewers when I ruin yet another childhood classic with my commentary. Then we go skiing, in which there is a small possible math inconsistency here. So they start on the last train car, in which in this shot there is still 5 train cars just like the beginning of the movie, but they constantly jump from car to car until the boy jumps into the coal car. So if we do some quick math, before he jumps into the coal car, they should be jumping 4 times, from the last car to the 4th car, 4th to 3rd, 3rd to 2nd, 2nd to 1st, and then finally do the jump to the coal car. But in this scene, we see them jump 5 times before jumping into the coal. So somewhere there was either an extra train car that I missed, or there was one too many jumps. Anyway, then we meet the best characters of the movie, Tweedledee and Tweedle Redbeard, in which Kingpin yells at them to stop the train. Boy then questions Strange Girl again with the John Cena line.
He said this was the break. Are you sure?
Like, dude, I think my man might be low-key sexist, but he does finally listen to her, and we see a bunch of caribou. A group of caribou is known as a herd. Just a fun fact. But I'm gonna say it right now. I ain't counting how many there are. I ain't doing that. I'm not that passionate. Kingpin man says 100,000, maybe even 1 million? Sure. Fine by me. I guess the Polar Express can math. Thank you. Please subscribe for more. Anyway, then they do this scene. Yeah, I ain't gonna question it. But then there's this whole Disneyland roller coaster thing, which is insane, and these kids are in literal danger. The North Pole about to get sued as fuck. Then they hit the ice lake, and in this first shot, it is slightly questionable as you really only see 4 train cars. It is a bit hard to tell, and it does go back to 5 after that, so I'll let it slide. Just like how they slide on the ice, only for them to get scratted from Ice Age and have to escape the frozen lake before they fall in. Tom Hanks then just starts saying shit like that one time I annoyed Alex Hefner playing Carry the Glass with him.
Right, left, and a Louis, toss a Richie, quarter star, to the starboard.
Right, left, port, starboard, green, yellow, red,
Say all that weird
blue,
shit.
1,
The normal right
2.
and left is fine.
No, come on. But they make it through and end up going up this snowy San Francisco bridge, where I can't quite say the train car math is wrong here because they never show it in full, but it definitely feels wrong. And also, train cars don't curve like that. Then we get the creepy toy room, in which this is a reminder that this is a horror movie. And also, it's somehow rated G? Like, no shot. Seriously, remind me to never read the book because I heard it's even creepier. But this is yet another instance with the lights. You're telling me this train car has been here this whole time, and yet there hasn't been a single shot of a train car with the lights off ever. That does not add up. Anyway, then we get a slightly weird cut going from the first car immediately to the 4th. Then Nerd Guy says this.
We rode down some really sharp hills, and then we were on what looked like a frozen lake, but I know it was just an optical illusion caused by moonlight and atmosphere. He said the train was actually on the ice, but I said that was impossible.
This is like me criticizing this movie. Please subscribe. Then we get the best song of the movie, in which I don't mean to flex, except for the fact that I do. I was a legend singing this back in the day growing up. I had the voice of a prepubescent angel.
I'm wishing you on a star. I'm trying to be.
Anyway, side note, in this song, this girl is dumb, not clocking that the poor boy is poor. She's like, Christmas is great, you get all these wonderful presents. Meanwhile, he's like, yeah, that's cool. I don't get shit. Also, this kid does not vibe with it at all. He's like, ditto, am I right? Same. You're the same, you and me. Anyway, then we get to the North Pole where we see the train car number go bonkers again, showing like 20 plus cars. Seriously, where were they the whole movie? You can see the train car wrapping around on this bridge. There's like 1 billion cars. And then when Tom Hanks' conductor man takes off his hat, there's only like 9 cars. It's actually insane. Also, he says they got there with 5 minutes to spare. dear God, don't even get me started on the space-time continuum in this movie. Just don't start with me, please. I don't have enough brain power for all that. Anyway, then they talk about the first gift of Christmas.
Who gets the first gift at Christmas?
He will choose one of you.
Gee, I wonder who will get the present. Here's a classic shot of the movie where one of the elves got forgotten by the animation department. Also, loser-ass kid. Anyway, the train car is back to 5 again. The nerd guy says this.
Hey, what gives? It was 5 minutes till midnight 4 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you should all respond to this video. It was 5 cars and now it's 20.
Exactly.
Then we get Disneyland ride number 17 in this movie, only to eventually cross this giant chasm, which is again scary as fuck. Also, it really bugs me that they don't line up with any of the tracks. Also, fuck you, chick, for having them wait for you on the track. Like, move! Then there's this. Ring-a-ling. Then Boy questions her again, like, dude, what is your deal?
Are you sure?
Then we get this scene in which I quote it too much in my day-to-day life.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Also, the live action footage is creepy. Just have to say it. Anyway, then yet another Disneyland ride ensues. I've always wanted to bounce on these arrows. It looks fun. Then Billy, which is poor boy's name, sees his present. My man went soaring for that present. Then another Disneyland ride. I can't lie though, this one looks fun as fuck. Then we see Billy with his present, in which the single dumbest thing of this movie takes place.
Look.
But
Those are the rules.
Okay, why the fuck does that sticker exist? No shit. Was this present going to be delivered to Billy days in advance? The presents show up on Christmas. Why does there need to be a sticker telling him not to open it till then if that's when he gets it? Also, how the fuck did this man follow their whole route without being seen? Was he also on the train car? Did he also go through the multiple Disneyland rides without being seen and somehow showed up in Santa's bag before the others did? Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Anyway, this happens.
I want to make sure I'm getting everything on my list. All I found was one present, and all I had was a bunch of stupid underwear.
Hey man, you get to your mid-20s, you'll be glad you're getting underwear as a gift so you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on it yourself. Trust me. Anyway, they do some bibbity-bobbity with a star in the sack. Nerd Kid says this.
Hey, it's still 5-2. I think we're gonna make it.
Of course we will. It's been 5-2 for the last hour. We got plenty of time. We got nothing but time. We got time to kill.
Oh, shut up, me. Then this kid claps like an idiot. This kid does some crazy moves. The elves are creepy as shit. And then Santa shows up. I gotta say, this part of the elf singing is low-key satisfying as fuck. That said, the elves go crazy when he shows up, which makes no sense. Cause like, is he not there all the time? Like they're acting like he only shows up there once a year. Also, when Santa shows up, we got more math inconsistencies. We know there were 5 train cars when they showed up, but the back one got loose when the kids went on their Disneyland adventures. And we know cause of later that that car has not yet been returned. Yet in this shot, we can still see 5 train cars. Same with this shot later with the bell. Anyway, we get to the main part of the story, where Boy still doesn't believe. The bell even calls him a doubter after rolling towards him with the creepy-ass slowed down Christmas song. Then suddenly, he's a believer. For some reason. Then we see Tom Hanks Santa Claus. Man, he's carrying this whole movie. Then you guessed it, Boy gets to have the first gift of Christmas. Who could have seen that coming? By the way, elves, my man does have the ability to walk. It was not that far of a trek.
Now, what would you like for Christmas?
A Nintendo Switch, an iPad, a girlfriend, money for rent, money for groceries, money for insurance, the will to live. Oh, and a Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time. If you guys know that reference, you're a real one. But he ends up asking for the bell. I wonder which pocket he'll put it in. Surely not the broken one with the hole in it, right? Then Santa pieces out. We see this elf, in which I think everyone knows someone who looks exactly like this in their life. And then we get the weird rock band scene that makes no sense. Also, the light on the train turns on, even though in the previous shot, it was already on. Then we get the ticket meanings.
That is some special ticket.
sure is.
Yeah, because you're broke and you can't take care of yourself. Great message, movie. Then in a shocking development, My man loses the bell. Holy smokes, who could have seen that coming? Certainly not me. In reality, my ass would have been messing with that shit like it's a fidget spinner. Anyway, they head back home, in which there is one last inconsistency, where first he gets off from the third car even though the entire time he had been in the fourth car. And the third car has the Polar Express logo instead of the fourth one. But then we get some goodbyes.
Well, you know what they say. It's a thought that counts.
Ah, shut up, nerd.
One thing about trains. It doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
Terrible advice. My man was low-key kidnapped. Anyway, then we get jump scared by his sister.
Wake up! Wake up!
And it's Christmas morning, where he gets a toy Polar Express with only 2 cars. Come on, man. You couldn't have at least given 5 like most of the movie had. But it ends with him talking about how the bell went silent for everyone in his life except for him. It became a silent night. Please subscribe. So that was my analysis of the Polar Express and how it can't math. I hope you enjoyed, and in all seriousness, I love this movie and it always puts me in the best Christmas spirit. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas if that's something you celebrate. If not, happy holidays. And I'll see you all in the next one.